Salutations everyone, this is Razor, giving you a video I feel uniquely qualified to give because the content that I post on this channel is mainly Smash Brothers and Overwatch. So since so many people have been talking about it and it's been popping up more and more so. Okay, so let's go through the timeline. Someone posted a fake leak that was obviously fake. But the Smash community is the most gullible community in the entire world. I've said it before and I'll say it again till the end of the time because they really are. They just keep proving me right every single week, it seems like. They believe every single leak, and so far we've had like 0 leaks that end up being true about Smash. So that's just the way things are. It was leaked, I guess, that Overwatch was coming to Switch, which was not a Smash Brothers leak. Because there was a Overwatch themed Switch case that someone found on Amazon so not the most clear cut of sources that definitely made it clear that this was going to happen, but for any of us Overwatch fans, we've known for a while that the Overwatch team was open to putting Overwatch on Switch. There was just a lot of technical things that they would have to hurdle over in order to make that happen. Obviously, they would have to do a lot to get Overwatch to run on a console that is as weak as the Nintendo Switch is, and obviously we know the things that they've had to do in order to make that work, and it's coming out here pretty soon. Some people are excited about it. We'll have a mobile way to play Overwatch. And some people are like, oh man, this will be my way to get to top 500. And they're kind of not wrong. Like when Fortnite went to Switch, I was winning left and right when I wasn't winning on Xbox. So yeah, it probably will be easier for a little bit, at the very least, for a little bit. But we've known for a long time, like they've publicly said that they would like to get Overwatch on Switch. So we knew that they were at least, not only were they thinking about, they're trying to find out a way to make it happen. And obviously it's going to take them some time, and it's been over a year since, and they had the announcement that it's coming to Switch. So that's not the biggest surprise in the world, and some people are happy about it. Am I going to get it? No, because I already own it. So there's really no reason for me personally to own Overwatch on the Switch. But someone had a fake leak that said, oh, a girl is going to be the next DLC character, and it's going to be somebody no one is asking for. And then someone took that leak and said, oh, it's Tracer. And then everyone ran with it. It was an assumption based off of a leak that was obviously fake. And that became the whole story. Tracer's going to be in Smash, Tracer's going to be in Smash, Tracer's going to be in Smash. And I had people popping into my stream and my videos be like, did you hear Tracer's going to be in Smash? And it's just like, guys, there's not a way in hell that is going to happen. This is some dumb guy making a huge leap off of a leak that is obviously fake. So that went, boom, Terry Beauregard. Not Tracer in the slightest. So obviously, the obviously fake thing was fake. And the person's assumption off of it was fake. And then that original quote-unquote leak said, oh, it's a mech character, and then everyone's like, oh my god, it's D.Va. It was still Terry. It was still Terry. So it's not D.Va, it's not Tracer, it's Terry from Fatal Fury, and good choice, right? He's an iconic character from a long-standing series of games, and for a fighting game, and is like the character that's most associated with that long-standing franchise and has been on Nintendo consoles in the past, and it's popular. So you hit every single checkbox right there, right? So now there's talk again of Tracer being in Smash. The past like 3 times she's trended on Twitter, it's had to do something with Smash Brothers. And for many of you know, Tracer is my boo. All right, she is my Overwatch girl. I would love to main her, but I don't get to play DPS, right? I absolutely love her a lot, but do I want her in Smash? It's not the matter of do I want her in Smash, is that would she be a good fit for Smash? And people have said, oh, maybe D.Va. Because she's really popular. Tracer is the poster girl of Overwatch, so seems like the most obvious candidate if you want to pick one, but and it does have to be one of the more popular, more well-known characters, obviously a launch character, like characters that were added later, even if they might fit it better. So people are speculating because, they heard that Overwatch, Blizzard says that Smash can have any character that they want in their game. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure most game developers have that attitude towards having any of their characters in Smash Brothers. It's great publicity, and, who wouldn't want it? Obviously, there are, certain companies that are difficult to deal with, and, getting Cloud was, like a big get, and all the other DLC characters that we've had are, nice and impressive and a good collaboration. We knew that Microsoft had no problem with Banjo being in, even though it's owned by Microsoft now, which is, a competitor to Nintendo, because Microsoft publicly said that they're totally cool with, and they think that they can work something out with making Banjo a DLC character. Back when, the people were talking about the vote, right, for Bayonetta and Smash 4. So it was zero surprise that Banjo came out as DLC for Smash Ultimate, because Microsoft publicly said, yeah, we think we can work something out. That's really all you need right there. And Banjo, solid pick, right? Hero from the Dragon Quest games, that's an obvious pick. It's like the biggest franchise in all of Japan. So, we've had some really good picks for the DLC. They fit all the check boxes, and they've been killing it, right? Joker, absolute top tier character, just destroying everything in the universe out there. Hero, it's got a ton of RNG, really isn't getting any love competitively. Isn't showing up, but it's still a fun character, maybe a mid tier. And then you have Banjo, who people are saying definitely high tier, maybe top tier, but definitely high tier based off of the frame data and the things that Banjo can do. And I personally love Banjo. He's my favorite, even though I've never played any Banjo games, so I don't have any connection to the character at all. Characters, because there's also Kazooie. The character as it plays in Smash is my favorite of any DLC character in the history of the franchise. So I think they've been doing great. But, Overwatch would definitely give the go-ahead to adding one of their characters in Smash, and I think a lot of companies would like that, right? So if we were to have an Overwatch character, who would it be? Who should it be, right? Your obvious candidate first is Tracer when you're just thinking about it, right? Because she's the poster girl. She's very popular. She's the logo of the Overwatch League, right? You have Genji, who's the logo of the AAA affiliate of Overwatch Contenders. And then you have like Reinhardt, he's a big personality. He's the original tank, really popular. Darren DePaul's super awesome dude. And then you have like Soldier, your classic shooty guy. I'm edgy, I'm gonna shoot, and I have a gun, and I'm old, and I got he's your typical first person shooter type of archetype. And then maybe Reaper, emo edgelord that everybody loves, and he's got shotguns, right? And then you have Diva, whom I'm myself, for most of my Overwatch career on competitive, am a Diva main. Not so much the past few seasons, because she's not meta at all. She's not a very good pick, I would say, outside of Numbani is the only map I still use her on. But, Diva, she's got a mech. Reinhardt, he's got a hammer. Tracer, she's got these pulse pistols, right? So none of them right out the gate feels like a great fit for Overwatch for me. I think it's really hard to translate a first-person shooter character's skill set into a third-person action platforming fighting game. We really don't have anything similar to that. I mean, you could point at Snake as a third-person shooter kind of guy, or Drake, who was in the PlayStation All-Star games that was terrible. Not as a character. Actually, I didn't care for him that much in the game, but the game itself was terrible. but we haven't had really a first-person shooter character. Not to say we haven't had characters where it's like, how do we translate that character into Smash, right? You have someone weird like Duck Hunt, which is really a flat character that you shoot, a flat character that just laughs at you, and then the screen being the crosshairs and shooting. Like, how do you turn that into a character? They found a way. Rob, it's just a toy. He's not even a video game character. He's only made cameos in other games. They were able to make him into a character, right? Pac-Man, you have this flat little, or round, depending on which game you played, dude that just gobbles up dots, and in a cartoon he has limbs. How do you turn that into a character? They found a way. I'm not saying it's impossible to fit any sort of character or archetype into Smash. There are characters that they absolutely make up moves for, like Captain Falcon. He was just a racer. Falcon punching and Raptor boosting and Falcon diving and Falcon kicking, all that shit they had to make up for Smash on the 64. And then, later in mangas, they gave him Falcon punch and all this awesome stuff, right? And even characters that have moves in games, they totally went with a completely different direction, especially if you talk about clones, obviously with Ganondorf, which is much less so in Ultimate, right? Because now he has his sword. But we know that Smash characters and the games that they're in can vary wildly, but they still have to have a type of translation. So for Tracer, I mean, you can kind of make her into like a cheeky Joker-esque type of character that's fast, lightweight, but like, all she does is shoot in her game. She's got pistols and she's got pulse bomb and she has blinks and recall, right? Those are her only moves. And right out of the gate, based off of someone's weird assumption, off of a leak that's obviously fake, people were calling Tracer OP in Smash Ultimate. Those were actual tweets people were making. Oh my gosh, recall is bullshit. It's like, she's not even in the game, and there's no reason to believe that she is ever going to be in the game, and people are still already calling her OP, right? So obviously you can't have moves like recall work in the way that they work in Overwatch. It just doesn't make any sense. I know we have broken bullshit like Witch Time in Smash 4, and some crazy shit that Joker does, like he has a cutscene in the middle of the game that gives him iframes randomly, right? So, the game isn't always going to give you the most fair and competitively balanced stuff, but how do you make Tracer into a viable character? Well, her pistols don't really do knockback. She has a melee in the game, but she's not a melee-based character, which makes you think maybe Reinhardt would be a better fit. He's got a shield, sure, but how do you make that work? Because, everyone already natively has a shield. And he's got a hammer. Obviously, he would be a big heavy. What kind of aerials do you give him? You can think of his special moves, his neutral special. It'd be his fire strike. And you could maybe have his hammer down. I don't care what the ultimate is. If you want to make the ultimate and Smash the same as in their games, I don't care. I don't give a shit about ultimates in Smash Brothers. Or Final Smashes. Sorry, whatever they're called. I don't care about them, and I never will, because I don't care about items. If you do, good for you. That's just not me. So, whether you want to make Hammer Down part of his kit or what, or have the Pulse Bomb part of the kit, make it like Crash Bomber, except maybe better, I don't know. I just don't see any of the Blizzard Overwatch characters that I've talked about. Because, it would have to be a more popular one. You can't take someone like, Brigitte, who, yes, I love dearly. But, she has a mace. She has a shield. She makes more sense. She's melee focused and she's not gigantic. And, she's got the whip shot. She's got the shield bash. You can have her do different kinds of flails. I mean, obviously, we have Simon and Richter with their kind of whip chain thingy. So, you can argue that there are other characters that can translate better. And maybe Genji, because he is a ninja. You could give him all different kind of moves that make a little bit more sense, because I really don't know what to do with Tracer, right? She's got pistols that I don't see how you make that into a very good move in Smash Ultimate, because a lot of people have we have Fox lasers or Falco lasers or fireballs. You have different projectiles with different properties. and a lot of them aren't great. And Joker's gun is insane. That thing just beats everything in the world and stops everything in the world. It's incredible. And it is a gun. I don't see Tracer's guns doing those type of things, but if that's a choice they want to make, it would be a little redundant of Joker, obviously, but that is something that they could do to incorporate her blasters, kind of like Mega Man, how his fair and his jab and his forward tilts are all the same goddamn move. Now, I don't want that with Tracer, and you can have her do a backflip or something that we see her do. Obviously, the characters in Overwatch aren't constricted in the cutscenes or the live action or the animated little shorts that they've done into things that they can only do in the game. Obviously, Tracer does backflips and could probably kick you, even though she does it in the game. That's quite all well and good. I just don't see a kit that really works well for Tracer. I don't see how you make Reaper work or Reinhardt or Diva. She'd obviously be big and heavy, but she's got defense matrix, which you could make that work, have it be like a meter based thing to where it can absorb projectiles instead of being a reflector. So it's not that great because it doesn't reflect, but it's also pretty good because you won't get hurt by it, but you can't just absorb everything in the world for free. You can make that work, but all of the different kind of aerials and specials, it seems like you're kind of limited because she is in a big clunky mech that can fly, sure. The final smash would be her ultimate where she self-destructs. Sure, but I don't, obviously we have Bowser Jr. who kind of has that kind of thing with his up special, and he's kind of like in a mech kind of a thing. So I'm not saying it's impossible to make any Overwatch character to fit into Smash. I just don't see any of these Smash characters as a really good fit. I love Overwatch, as many of you know. Maybe too much in some of your eyes if you only want me to do Smash content. I don't speculate a lot on DLC, and we can have a completely different discussion on what good candidates that there are from other franchises. But as far as Overwatch goes, I love the game, and if they can make something work that really fits into Smash, that's great. I personally can't think of one that's really good. Now, anyone can just come out here and say, oh, these are what the specials would be, and this is what the aerials would look like. Sure, I could do that too if I wanted, but I just don't feel like, being true to any of the Overwatch characters as well as making it work in Smash melds perfectly in any way that I see, because they're first-person shooter characters, and, taking them into Smash would be quite a big difference in how we see those characters. Now, there are already Smash characters that I've mentioned previously in this very video. Like Captain Falcon, you only have him as a racer in a cockpit. You pretty much never interact with him outside of cutscenes, right? Otherwise, you just never see him. You're in the Blue Falcon, right? Or whatever, racer that you're using. Hashtag, we need a new F-Zero game because that'd be awesome. Come on, get it done, Nintendo. But as far as Tracer or Diva or Overwatch characters being in the game, I don't think it will happen. Yes, it is a popular franchise. It's also popular in Japan. I don't think it's as big as in Japan as it is in America or Korea. But I think there might honestly be better candidates from other franchises, longer standing franchises. Very rarely do we see any new characters make it to the game, and when they are new characters, they're from long standing franchises like Corrin, right? She came out coinciding with the release of her game, but Fire Emblem's been going for decades, right? And Dragon Quest has all the different skins and stuff, but that thing's been going for decades. So I think there's more working against an Overwatch character making it into Smash and working in Smash than I think has going for it. So those are just my 2 cents on the subject. I don't know what I'm using for the background. Am I using Overwatch footage or Smash footage? Neither really works and neither really doesn't work. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below.